Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Onward VR Master League, and welcome to our brand new debut of our newest assets here for the VRML. First of all, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out. That is very much appreciated to us. Yes, anyway, sorry, I'm losing track of my mind because we had a little bit of an upset here right at the start of the show, but I am joined tonight by a very, very special guest. You all may know him and love him. He is the velvet voice of Onward. I am joined tonight by my good friend, Buxton. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Sleepy.
Buxton, how are you doing,
I had to cut in bit there. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be back in the old casting sea after such a long hiatus. I think, what? Call it 8 months of slacking, would you say?
Yeah, you've been in Slaxerland for quite some time now. I will have to agree there. But no, we're glad to have you back. We're glad to have you joining us again on the desk. I know you were originally planning to come back in Season 9, but you just couldn't get over yourself in order to come back and check out what these lovely, lovely assets are like. Of course, as you know, our team has been working very, very diligently on trying to get this out to you and out to the other games within the VRML as well. We've been building this kind of modular system in order to be able to roll it out to all of our other brands and maintain, brand uniformity. So Buxton has been doing a lot of the back-end programming on our up decks. Noman has been doing a lot of the artwork, and myself and Nightfire and Dakin have all been contributing as best we can to the mayhem that is bringing this to you. So thank you everyone for your patience in that. We do appreciate that, of course. But you know what, Buxton? Let's stop talking about this. Let's go over and show off some of the features here in our new scoreboard/war room area. As you can see, you got your bands on the left and right, which will be changed here in a moment. And of course, the 3 TVDs there underneath score will show each map 1 to 3 as we select them. So let's go ahead and get back into that. We're going to start with our home band, which will be Globochem, and they are going to be banning, Buxton, please remind me on that one.
They will be banning Suburbia.
So the ban for Globochem will be Suburbia, and well, since the Danglers are the Danglers, they're not going to ban anything, so we're going to go ahead and leave that one up to a TBD. I guess we're going to have to create a "we're not going to ban" banner, but whatever.
Or just put a big banner of Plenus's face.
You just put a big old plea face on there. Anyways, we are loaded into the lobby. The lobby is up for us, so we'll go ahead and try and waste as little time as possible. And go ahead and let everyone know what our first map will be. And that first map is going to be, coincidentally, the one that's already selected on my up deck. It's Quarantine. So, looking to see an explosive first round here as we roll into the series. But we'd like to know your feedback. We'd like to hear your feedback in the chat, so be sure and let us know. DM us after, tag us in the Onward Discord. Once the streams have finished up today, please don't try and do that while we're streaming, unless it's something very, very critically important, because we do want to try and focus on the broadcast today and make sure that these assets look as good as they possibly can. And well, you know what? I am just super excited to bring this to you, so I'm hoping that these teams are about ready. Yeah, it looks like they might be, so we should be getting into our action here just momentarily. Yes, we will.
There we are.
Our first objective is going to be the northern wall near the rooftop courtyard. So it'll be a relatively difficult objective for the Danglers. To actually be able to defend. It's not an easy one, and going up a team like Globochem could be quite difficult, in fact. But let's get into it, folks. It's going to be round 1. It's map 1. Globochem versus Danglers here on the Onward VR Master League. We've got 3 Danglers actually going north here. They're going to be trying to cut off the push from Globochem, but my thoughts are, yes, it looks like Globochem is going to play a strategy I've seen them use before, which is going to be to kind of wait out that defense. We'll just have to see exactly how that works out for them here. Go ahead and get ourselves over, see what's happening. Yeah, they are in no hurry to move whatsoever. Over here,
I do recall seeing this strat in was it last week's game?
Yes, I believe it was last week's game. I know that I cast that one as well. I think that was me and TFH maybe, or me and Trip. I forget. But yes, I definitely recall seeing a very similar move as this one as well. And well, strategy has not changed, I guess, for this map, or for this objective, I should say. They are waiting, going to be waiting on one of their own to get across. It seems like they're sending Gattaca down to the south. Riboman stumping up, and Executioner, though, here on the north side, looking to try and find that push in the north from Globochem, but nobody's going to be there, and I'm thinking that, well, no, it seems the Danglers aren't going to give up on the angle completely. They are still working on trying to identify and even get some picks off here, but they are going to miss Gattaca getting across the street there. He's already about halfway across the northernmost street at the moment, and I assume it won't be too long before he actually has made his way across safely and has almost free reign to make his way towards the south.
That is a very dangerous cross to allow to come out from Globochem. Having someone in the south on quarantine is historically quite the important role. As long as Gattaca doesn't get picked long range as he most likely starts to approach either the wing or the ambulance, he's going to be a big thorn in the side of Danglers, assuming the north side doesn't completely collapse.
Yeah, the north, we'll have to see. Looks like Globochem going to now be on the move. Let's go ahead and get over there and follow a little bit of that push and see what they're able to do here. Thunderpilot, Jizzy Pants, and Otto. Jizzy has changed his name back, ladies and gentlemen. He has said enough with the censorship. I'm just going to be me today.
I'm happy with this, Sleepy. I'm very happy with the name return.
I'm not complaining one bit. It always makes everyone giggle when you say Jizzy Pants, so I'm definitely not against the name change myself. Otto and Thunderpilot are going to be making their way up to the eastern side of the northern rooftop building, and where they'll be stacked up, I'm assuming, waiting for Riboman or someone to get a little feisty. Actually, this reminds me, let me go ahead and turn lasers on for the folks at home so they can see exactly what's going on, and Otto going to come out first with a nice headshot onto Riboman. Immediate return fire from Executioner, but that is only going to serve to give his position away at this point. Now I bet we can wait for Jizzy and Thunderpilot to both try and angle onto Executioner's position.
Most likely. That was a pretty disgusting headshot coming out onto Riboman on the roof there. Definitely that was something that Auto was looking for there. Absolutely fantastic. And Executioner, I don't know about you, but I find that a very sketchy spot quite often. It's just so dangerous with the angles you can get, just like the shots coming from Auto there, from roof, and also watching the crossing to try and fall back. It gets really suffocating against the team that knows how to position themselves well.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, a nice grenade coming out from towards the center of the map there. I believe either Nintendo or Plenus going to be chucking that one. But I was actually waiting for Stumpy Nub there, who's just outside of the plane wing there in the north roof courtyard to chuck one up on the rooftop, but he hasn't done so actually. And Executioner will actually find and down Thunderpilot in the northwest.
That was quite the sketchy exchange between Riboman up in the north and Executioner. There were quite a few missed shots coming out, but at least Gattaca can pick off Plenus to try and even things up, and Auto getting Executioner as he tries to fall back. Globochem are looking pretty up here, Sleepy.
Yeah, they are. They're looking really good on this first round. Danglers kind of scrambling to get themselves back together after they've now lost 3. They're at a serious disadvantage. They do have Stumpy right on the objective, and Nintendo kind of right there on the opposite side of the wall, so he can kind of watch that south side wall press, but it's going to be hard pushed, and now Otto's rotated back. Globochem is back up to 5 full members. This is definitely not looking good for Danglers. Stumpy Nub's going to have to turn and burn on a couple of people here in the north before he's even close to safe from any sort of refrag potentials.
There is a nice smoke on the objective, though, coming out from Lionheart as he starts to slowly kind of get an angle on the objective. Though, of course, as you mentioned, Stumpy is still going to be a bit of an issue. At least Nintendo can take down Gattaca, and Stumpy takes down Jizzy way up in the trench there. Perhaps Danglers can scrape this back if Stumpy can pull his weight on the north.
It's possible, but Nintendo's getting really risky now. He's pushed his way across the north street. He's out in the open, but he should be able to catch Lionheart out. He will. Will he find Thunderpilot? He'll also find Thunderpilot. Nintendo on a clutch, stumping up here. He's going to hear the shots from Otto. He should be able to pop up and find him, but Otto's going to make his way across. Will Stumpy be able to catch up to him? Now it's 22 seconds left in the round. Otto's got to go for the cap, and Stumpy's right there to give it to him. Danglers are going to take the first round, and what a crazy upset in just about the last minute and a half here on map 1. I
gotta say, that was definitely a good start for my return to casting. Such a a wacky reverse from a 2v5 into a round victory on that objective against Globochem. That's nice to see. A little bit of a upset almost.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great comeback. The Danglers really clawed back from that one. I mean, it's just so unexpected, right? Like, who would have thought? They had Globochem had 5 up, and for them to just turn it around, it's amazing to me. But Nintendo coming in clutch with 3 kills and Stumpy finding 2 of his own. They're essentially carrying the team at the moment. But of course, we're just into round 1, so it's not a whole lot's been said or done here in the match.
I definitely feel like Danglers planned out that. I wouldn't say Danglers really planned anything, but they positioned themselves quite well, having their most aggressive players both in the wing and in the little pit by the trench. I think that's a position you can only really get to work out if you are a very aggressive player.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, aggression can work both ways. It can work very well to your favor, it can work very well against you. So it's really a double-edged sword, and I mean that to the utmost definition of that phrase. But anyways, these two teams are not waiting around. It appears they don't want to wait on us. We don't want to wait on them. So we're into round 2 here on the first map, and now Globochem will be on the defense. Same objective, and Danglers getting a mirrored spawn in the northeast.
Absolutely, and that is a pretty classic Danglers roller here, all in like a big 5-man death wall as they start to approach the north. And taking a look at Globochem's defense, it seems they are really pretty prepared for this. They've got a guy in the trench, a guy going northwest office, and another one, where is he? Hiding somewhere? Somewhere in that northern side.
Yeah, it looks like he's maybe in the pit next to the roof. The trench next to the roof here. Nintendo, though, he is in a very, oh my goodness. If whoever's in that western building, that western tower over there does not see Nintendo, he's got to walk right up to the objective with absolutely 0 coverage on it. Grenades coming out here. That one could have been Nintendo's had he been on the opposite side of that wall, but luckily for him, he is not. I'm going to stick right here for the moment because as of right now, if Nintendo plays his cards right, he's walking right up to the objective for a cap with 0 defensive positioning against it.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous position for Globochem to be in here. If Nintendo can actually move up and possibly bring this to a 3-0 in just 2 rounds against Globochem, I would certainly be very surprised, and it's going to put Danglers in an absolutely fantastic position. But as you said, there seems to be absolutely no one to try and contest Nintendo just waltzing up to the objective. This is really quite terrifying. It all depends on if Auto decides to take a peek over towards the objective.
He might do it, but it's going to be a little too late. Nintendo's on the objective, capping it. He's done it. Danglers go up 2 on map 1 and get the cap.
Well, I gotta say, I don't want to say I called it, Sleepy. I don't want to say it.
What? What just happened? My God, Buxton. That was some intense gameplay there. Well, not really intense because he just walked right up to the objective and said, "This is mine now. I'll take that." Man,
wow,
man.
Okay. I think I can apologize to Globochem for my presence causing the old caster's curse.
Uh-oh.
It's been particularly concentrated since I've been out of the game for a little bit.
Womp womp.
I may have cursed Globochem to eternal misfortune, and I apologize for this.
Yeah, some crazy stuff indeed. And Nintendo now not only with the highest kill count, well, I guess he's tied with Stumpy now because Stumpy does get a kill after the cap goes out, but also now with an objective capture on his score as well. So, man, Dangler's really off to a fiery start here on Quarantine. I'm blown away.
Yeah, this is such a good start for Danglers, but with this objective in the east, they should, in theory, be able to wrap this up, or is Danglers, going to try and do Danglers-based things and relax a little bit too much, slip up, and perhaps Globochem is starting to break out of their rust and come in full force, because it does have they do have a little bit of a warm-up time.
Yeah, oh, absolutely right. I mean, I did see where they were opening up comp lobbies before the match, so I would assume that they're warmed up. I don't think, you know, while they realize that Danglers like to play it a little bit fast and loose and not necessarily, you know, a coordinated, strategized plan of attack, they also know that Danglers are such a wild card and such like a natural, like raw ability that that they definitely never underestimate Danglers. They're always aware of the ability of their opponents, and I don't think in this case they've made any exceptions. I think they came into this match prepared. I think Danglers are just getting those looks right now. But you're right, and of course, if we harken back to the interview that Globochem just did this week with Vivian of the Hive and V Respawn, you'll know that this doesn't upset Globochem. This kind of really pushes them to be even better than they are. So we'll have to see what happens. Globochem definitely no strangers to the comeback, but we'll have to see if they can do it. It's looking like Danglers have them on the ropes here in map 1.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way, but I totally agree. Globochem, they're a lot like beginners in this respect, in that they have this kind of perfect mental state where they simply don't really have massive morale drops that cause them to kind of even subconsciously just give up. They are absolutely rock solid in their morale, and perhaps the return of Jizzy Pants instead of Pants, his imposter, I'd like to say, has boosted the morale even further, perhaps, and maybe they'll come back much harder.
Speaking of coming back, Executioner's coming back and finding a kill onto Lionheart with a nice headshot from his northern look. Jizzy was looking for the pick off of the rooftop, but now he's going to be forced to come down. They're going to start to continue their push north, and Executioner actually going to make the intelligent rotation back towards the objective instead of hanging out there out in the open where he was. But it's a good chance he could run into Jizzy here. He's going to run around that corner a little too quick. Oh, no, he's going to find Jizzy instead. Amazingly, Mex with a nice double to start out the round for Danglers.
That was fantastic, and you can definitely tell that was a little bit of Jizzy's rust breaking off, as normally you'd never see him go around corners that slowly. You definitely see him speed around at approximately 10% speed of sound.
Yeah, well, it makes you wonder, right? Like maybe they are a little shook right now, because I don't know that they've been in many 3-0 deficits on a map before, especially on map 1 on their map choice. Ugh, that's gotta be a little rough. So I'm not sure exactly what their mindset is, but we'll hope that they get it together, because right now it is a one and done here on map 1 for Danglers. So
yes, but taking a look over at the map now, we can see that Globochem are kind of just sitting back. This kind of makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. The Globochem I know doesn't tend to really, they don't tend to really kind of chill back this much. They are slowly doing their bit of an approach, but I think Thunder might be in a little bit of trouble, and yes, he is. Stumpy, that long stills angle. Globochem, they're looking like they're in dire straits, Sleepy.
yeah, it is really not looking good for them. Their coordination, their cohesion just seems to be a little bit off this evening. I don't know, but it's definitely working out in the Danglers' favor. This could be an upset victory that they need after that hard loss to SMC last week. Danglers could be looking to try and show that, hey, just because we had a bad match last week doesn't mean we're out of this thing. We definitely still want to be in that top 5, if not top 3. But you know, they're not going to want to have to fight it out in those round robins or the Challenger Cup, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Though they are very fun to participate in, if you're trying to get that nice, sweet, succulent victory, it can be quite a arduous and long process indeed. But Globochem, have they actually? That's a good point, Sleepy. Have they ever done that before? Have they always been in the semi-finals?
Oh yeah.
Or have they at one point climbed through?
Gattaca about to get his head taken off here from Plenus from the hotel, but he manages to get away. Plenus' shot's just a little bit off. Stumpy Nub, though, should be aware of the positioning. We might see a grenade chuck come over the wall here from Stumpy. However, he could also just wait for the push out from the L shape there that Gattaca's currently sitting in. Smoke's
there is
out.
Smoke getting unpinned.
Yeah, that's going to give Stumpy the info he needs, but will he be waiting for it? Gattaca's actually going to push off the opposite. Oh, that smoke's going to fall bad for him. Stumpy should be able to see him. He does. Stumpy grabs another one onto Gattaca, and now it's just the one remaining member of Globochem left. I believe that's going to be... yes, it is. It's going to be Otto. And actually, while we're following the last man alive, we're going to go ahead and take a ride on board his cam as he tries to make his way with just a minute left, Buxton. We are coming down to time here on this map 1 point.
I got to say, when I initially went ahead and decided to cast this match as my return, I did not expect us to go down to time on any round in a Globochem versus Danglers series. This is a wacky and wild adventure.
Yeah, definitely a lot of unorthodox things happening right now. But you know, the thing that's kind of surprising me most is Globochem's time awareness. I mean, they're definitely not unaware of their time, but normally they're much more efficient in getting up to the objective. But Otto's gonna find one on Stumpy Nub. We're gonna keep riding along with him here as he makes his final push. There's only 20 seconds left. We'll try and give you the best angles we can here as he goes through. He's going to be trying to find those defenders on the objective, but it's going to be tough. He's got 18 seconds now. He's taking shots in from the defenders. Will he be able to get through? All right, the first person is not working out so well anymore, and Rivalman's going to find the kill with a nice headshot and take the Danglers up 4-0 to take map 1 against Globochem.
A 4-0 first map against Globochem on their map choice. This is very surprising to see, Sleepy. And honestly, I'm kind of curious as to what Globochem might be thinking about how Danglers is going to perform on the second map. Like, the Globochem know they're going to batten down the hatches, they're going to smooth things out, because currently it looks really rough.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. I'm completely baffled because, you know, I've been with Danglers and I know those guys for a long time now, and they have usually had an issue when it comes to playing teams like Globochem and like SMC, where they get in their own heads and then they kind of underperform in comparison to what, you know, I know and they know that they can perform at. So that's what's really baffling me at the moment is simply that. It's simply they're playing. I don't even know, man. I'm baffled. But anyways, let's take it back to our scoreboard. Well, we're already in the scoreboard, but as you can see, our map 2 pick is actually going to go to Cargo. So we should be seeing some very intense aggression, I'm sure, out of Danglers, possibly even out of Globochem, because they definitely know how to turn it on and turn it off to shake things up on their opponents. So we'll just have to see what comes of that. But for now, it's looking like a very beat-down, brawl-out. That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, we're going to go with it anyways. Buxton saved me.
I shall save you from your sorrow, Sleepy, but I'll start my saving with a little bit of a tactical discussion. I'm not surprised to see Cargo. It's a Dangler map. It's a Globo map.
Yeah.
This is when we'll see the, you know, the stereotypical NA gameplay of high-speed rushes and most likely Stumpy with a shield, Plenus with a taser.
Yeah, I don't doubt that either. You pretty much called that all the way. This'll really tell me how the Danglers are feeling against Globochem. If they play this map fast and loose, I know that they're feeling like themselves and that they're not too busy worried about whether they win or whether they lose. And I think that's really what ends up getting them in those games, in those high-profile games they end up playing against teams like SMC, against Globochem, against beginners. They just end up getting inside their own head, and then they play unlike they would play on any other day or any other scrim. And yeah, just so to see them take map 1 4-0 is definitely on Globochem's pick, which, to be fair, I mean, who doesn't love Quarantine in the league? It's probably one of, if not the most played map in the league. And so it's like, yeah, I mean, what else should we have expected, I guess?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I'm still kind of surprised about what happened last map. A 4-0? Really?
I know, and a cap. So rare
and
that
a cap, yeah.
So
on the
rare.
second round.
With five defenders alive.
With 5 defenders, yes. I swear that it might have actually took someone down. I might be misremembering.
No, that was after the round actually
Oh,
ended.
yes,
That was
you're right.
after the cap, because Otto just barely missed out on Nintendo's cap there. He was looking in that direction, but because he was trying to stay safe and kept tucked under that plane wing to keep from exposing himself, he ended up, I think, blocking his blocking his own field of view of the objective, and he missed out on Nintendo standing right there capping.
Yeah, the FOV angles. Oh, it can really. It's just so disheartening. What, you know, when you look over towards your right, you don't see anyone there. Then turns out they were just another couple degrees to your right, outside of your field of vision. It can be a real sad time, which is always good. Then when a new higher FOV headset gets released, then it's nice. It's so nice.
Yeah, you hear Buxton over here humble bragging on Sleepy and his broke self. Sleepy over here rift Essen and Buxton with the clarity of the index, but that's okay. I haven't had to RMA my controllers yet, so that's fine.
Oh, he's got me there, actually. I do need to RMA them.
But anyways,
charged.
I will say, Buxton, have you taken a look at where our first objective is on this map? I'm expecting an all-out Dangler rush on this first attack. This is probably one of their most successful objectives into quick capping, but it is all going to depend on how the defense of Globochem is ready to anticipate and or prepare for it. So we have seen a little bit of a lull in the start up of the next round, but it appears that is because Globochem has dropped a player. I don't know if they're doing a substitution or what is currently happening. However, that is where we're at. So give us just a moment. We're actually going to throw to a quick intermission while we wait on that player to return. So if you'll stick...
It appears they may have actually returned now, and they're starting.
Never mind. We're going to go ahead and stick it out here. We're going to throw into our gameplay. And we're going to follow the Danglers because I have a feeling this is going to go very fast and very furious. I do apologize for those quick camera turns. But we are into round 1 on map 2, and it sounds like I have predicted the future. A rush is happening, but I'm not quite sure on the... Oh, I see. The smoke placements are going to be for the pre-fire lanes. They did get a pretty decent lay on that smoke, but not the greatest. Auto going to find Executioner almost immediately, and Danglers are down 1 man in the early push.
Yeah, though they are making up. Nintendo's gone straight in. Looks like he's hunting for more.
He might be hunting for more, but it looks like he could go for the cap, too. He's going to come around the objective. He's going to find Auto. Will he find 2? The grenade finds 2. Plenus is on the objective. Now will he go for the cap? He'll get the trade with Thunderpilot. Now it's all up to Gattaca. Gattaca and Rivalman now going to be duking it out here in a firefight in the center. They're all by themselves. They can deal. The reses are coming out. Now this is not a good idea. Rivalman needs to push. He needs to try and get the kill. Gattaca coming around. He finds the kill under Rivalman.
And now we're just up with Stumpy Love with the shield hanging out on that eastern side of the map. Such a dominating push by Danglers has really just kind of shut itself out with those fantastic revives.
Oh my goodness, that peak angle from Stumpy grabbing the kill onto Gattaca. Impressive stuff.
Doesn't look like he's going to be able to confirm it.
No, he is not, but he is going to try and chuck out a grenade to help the cause. However, it won't work to his favor. I think he's waiting. I think he's gonna wait for the bait on the res. He really doesn't want to have to.
There we go. I listened in, and Stumpy was very much unsure if he was actually dead or not. Seems he's pretty sure now, at least.
Yeah, it looks like he's also got pretty good idea of where Auto is as well, because Auto keeps running out there, and all Auto has to do is be tagged once because he's already been downed already in this round. Same with Thunderpilot or Jizzy, or in fact, I believe both of these players have already gone down once in this round, so they're basically just a one-shot tap to finish off. But Auto does manage to actually tag Stumpy there as he's flanking around. Here comes Jizzy on the backside. Stumpy prepares to hear it. He finds Jizzy, turns around quick. Can he hold off Auto as well? He's going to go ahead and get the confirm on a Jizzy. That'll be call-outs not happening for Globochem. Man, things are looking good for Danglers again this time, too. Now Stumpy's going to actually pick up a rifle, maybe, and any equipment he can off of Jizzy Pants' body, but maintain control of that shield. Yeah, now he's going to go for that rifle shield combo instead.
This is a very much a deadly combo in the hands of Stumpy, and it looks like he may be able to nab Auto. He's getting very dangerous with those peaks around the container. I don't know if that's going to work out for him.
Yeah, I mean, but to be honest, wouldn't you rather see Auto playing in that a bit aggressively? And, well, you know, a kill is better than a cap for the side of Globochem, and Danglers go up 1 here on map 1.
I feel like this is an unpredictable match. It's going from one side looking strong, then the other again. Like, the caster's curse has gone just absolutely rampant. It's got no idea what to do.
Yeah, it's a bit intense so far. I really don't know how to call it. I mean, honestly, as much as I love my guys at Danglers, it's like I wanted to give the match to Globochem because I know what's happened in the past when we've come up against these guys and we get in our own heads. We don't play like we normally do. We start making mistakes that we wouldn't normally make, or playing way too slow for ourselves, and then they capitalize on it. And in this time, it seems like they are feeling very confident. They're playing the way they should play, fast, loose, and having fun, and it is working out for them tenfold here as they've got 5 unanswered points in this match between them and Globochem.
Yeah, Danglers, they're like an engine that runs on fun, I feel. The second the fun's removed, they're gone like a light. But if they're supplied with some fun, then they are absolute monsters. It's rather almost a little bit spooky.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And just as in the last round, we're not holding off too much between these rounds. So we'll be going into round 2 here. On map 2, Danglers with the 1-0 lead. Now on defense, let's see how Globochem attempts to approach this objective. Will they bring the heat, or will they bring the methodical cohesion that is the Globochem attack team?
I'm expecting a little bit of nice, sweet cohesion coming out from Globochem, but that may be ruined by Executioner's aggression.
Ribo's already found Jizzy. That's an excellent pickup already for the team. Plenus will find Thunderpilot. That's 2 top fraggers for the team in the current rotation. Down and out. Mixologist is going to be the next victim. Executioner finding him almost no problem. Otto will turn around on the refrag and find Executioner. Oh, but Plenus is going to get killed by his own team, C4. I feel like Stumpy did that on purpose.
Almost certain. I can hear them laughing about it in the container. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Oh, freaking Danglers, man. I tell you what, they cannot miss an opportunity to troll each other, I swear. Nintendo, though, he's gotten aggressive on his defense. He's up here on the eastern side of the map just waiting for the push from Gattaca or Otto. He's going to see Gattaca at any minute. He finds Gattaca. Now Otto's going to be aware of his position. Will he throw a frag over here to try and clear it out, or will he try and relocate and take a different route instead? No, it looks like Otto's going to try and find the angle and push a different route. But Nintendo, to be fair, he's got the heck of a look. And that nade, nah, wrong direction. But it was where Otto was, so Otto finds the kill onto Nintendo. Man, too many O's in the ends of these names right now. Riboman with a nice grenade over the top in the center, but too far off to the west. Not going to be able to find Otto. 4.5 minutes left. Otto's got plenty of time here. He's in a 1v2 situation, so definitely not unlikely for him to be able to do, as he is, of course, a member of this elite team. But, of course, he is going up against what is the number 3 or possibly number 4 team after the loss to SMC last week. But with the way this scoreline's shaping up, Danglers looking to pick up some pretty decent MMR after this match.
Yeah, this is certainly going to catapult them ahead in the standings. But you never know. Considering the completely unexpected scoreline that we saw on the first map, we could see Globochem do a complete reverse of the situation. Hell, this might go to 3-0, and then suddenly Globochem's going to come back, cap for the 5 points, and then pick up the third. Nice and smooth. You never know. It's impossible to predict.
You're absolutely right, Buxton. The Onward Master League is almost impossible to predict, and that's what we love about it, right? We can never really predict who is going to win these games accurately. We can always give our opinions based on previous knowledge, but these teams put in so much work. It's so hard to make those calls accurately. I mean, in some cases it's pretty easy, right? If you get those blowout matchups where it's like a new team, brand new team versus, say, boss fight or beginners, or someone who's really put in those work, who's been to LANs, who's done all these crazy things with the VR Master League. It's not unlikely to call those. But in cases like this one, and especially the way we're seeing the play from Danglers today, I don't know, it's not such an easy call anymore.
I do definitely agree, but perhaps even just Danglers is being propelled maybe by the little bit of background chatter about Globochem perhaps being a little bit rusty, and Danglers maybe kind of getting pushed by that a little bit, because even though the skill level of Globochem most likely hasn't really changed, it could be that Danglers is, of course, the engine powered by fun. It's just getting that enhanced that little bit more with the nice, sweet, alert victory in front of them.
Ooh, Stumpy missed his opportunity to go ahead and close out that round, and now Otto's got information that he did not have before. However, Stumpy going to intelligently move off of that and not stick in the same position. So Otto's information will be basically useless after that. Otto going to pop off some shots now from the western side of the map. No effect onto Riboman. And he's already gone down about 2 minutes since we last called out our time. And since we have a little bit of time here in this round, I'm going to go ahead and give a big shout out to our sponsors at ProTube VR and VR Cover. They do provide us great prizes and opportunities for players in our league to compete for prizes here in the VRML, so we thank them. And we hope that you'll continue to support them as they support us here on the channels. And Stumpy Nub does find the kill onto Otto, and just like that, Danglers go up 6 unanswered points on Globochem.
Sleepy, we may actually, if we're very lucky, see the score fall of Globochem for the first time in a very, very long time. Because I think, what is it? They've only had perhaps 2 or 3 maps lost this season, like maps as a whole.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm so speechless right now as to what's going on. It's incredible the play that Danglers are pulling out, but. You know, I've been thinking on it in these last couple of rounds, and, you know, I've come to determine that I feel the advantage is currently to Danglers simply because Danglers is playing with a roster they've played with now for a full season plus some. Globochem, however, is playing their two newest members in Lionheart and Gattaca, so, you know, there is, not to say those players are bad, because neither one of them are. They wouldn't be on Globochem if they were, right? But, you know, that's my opinion. I think because Globochem is not actually up to full strength, they're not using their tried and true LAN roster. That could be the reason why we're seeing Danglers take such a commanding lead here on the map. Not that Danglers aren't capable of it otherwise. It's according to history, it's been so unlikely that it's mind-boggling right now what's going on. And I do have to say that a lot of it is going to be due to the fact that they are in a bit of a transitional period here with these newer players. And I think Globochem would agree with me on that. They're definitely not going to argue that the team is in top tier form right now. You know, with their roster changes, things are going to take some adjustment, and in that time, some other teams might be able to come in and clean house.
Yeah, that is certainly possible. We have seen that in the past with, say, the fall of, this can't be blank, of course. The famous team splintering into several others, forming what we now know as previously Boss Fight. Changed a lot with the addition of Scorpio, who recently left. What else took a member of this can't be blank? Globochem in the form of Raphael, of course. And most likely a few others that I've just had a bit of a lapse in memory of.
Didn't any of the devs play on this can't be blank, or am I thinking of just the tip?
That's just the tip.
Okay.
That was the dev team of Dante, James, Patrick, and Mr. Death, I think.
I think so. I don't recall
I believe
if Mr. Death was on
Onion
that team. Shots
I don't
rang
believe
out.
he was on the dev team.
Okay. Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't think Mr. Death was. I think that might have been a little early in his involvement directly with Downpour. I think at the time he was on Boss Fight for the longest time, so he might actually have been on this Can't Be Blank. Actually, he was. He's got a This Can't Be Blank patch on his bag, if I recall correctly.
The more you know, Sleepy. I was not aware of this.
I believe so. I could be wrong. Maybe it was a Just the Tip patch, but I'm pretty sure it was at This Can't Be Blank. Decently solid grenades come out from Globochem, but they're not going to find any effect. And now Danglers are looking for the press. Executioner's pressing Auto pretty hard. Riboman going to go for the push, but it's going to be too little too late. He's let Auto get back out there. Executioner will find Auto. Jizzy will find Executioner on the trade, but now Plenus is pushing up the side. Will he see Thunderpilot rotating out of the crate? No, Gattaca will find one, no, two. Plenus and Gattaca will trade. And now it's all up to Stumpy Nub once again to do a 1v3. Well, a 1v3 and a half, I should say. He's probably going to watch for the res onto Gattaca, maybe. Ooh, he just can't take his eyes off of it because of the cross-watch from the other side. Mixologist has all the time in the world to be able to help him out. This is not going to be easy for Stumpy Nub, and this could be where Globochem finds its first point here in the series.
Certainly could be. This could be the reversal we talked about.
That's a grenade.
Sleepy.
Oh, that's Flash. Never mind. That was a grenade. He was dead. There was no way that one didn't kill him. Ooh, and Jizzy finds the kill, and Globochem find their first point here on the second map and finally come alive here in the series.
This is it, Sleepy. This is perhaps the turnaround for Globochem. I'm feeling it. I'm certainly feeling it. I think they can pull this back.
Possibly, sir. Very, very possible.
Or perhaps even maybe Globochem's just feeling they're feeling top of the game, and perhaps it's Danglers that might kind of start slipping here with the point for Globochem, kind of getting rid of their fantastic just domination of those first 2 rounds on Quarantine.
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem is, though, for Globochem, the Danglers now go back on the defense, and so far their defenses have been solid. They've been getting frags and picks all over the place on defense, so Globochem's going to have to show that they can still convert on offense instead of only on defense at the moment. Not to say that they can't, because we all know very well that they can. It'll just that's going to be, I think, what's going to determine the break in the rhythm here. If Globochem can break that offensive rhythm that they've been having issues with so far, I think that's what's going to end up breaking that straw in the camel's back and just let the floodgates of Globochem open up.
Yeah, that certainly could be the case. And it appears there may be a little bit of an issue on one of the team's sides here. Hopefully not, but we'll keep you updated if we do get any more information on it. But it looks like everything is just fine. They are starting up this round, and perhaps this is where we'll see Globochem's return, maybe a little bit more aggression out of them.
You know, only time will tell. We're going to go ahead and follow them through on this one, see if they get aggressive and go straight for it, or if they play it out as Globochem would. We're entering, though, into round 4 here on map number 2. Globochem just coming off their first point in the match. Now they're going to be trying to find another on offense, because that is going to be the key to this upset right now. And even still, if they take this map, they still have to win the next one in order to make sure that they do clinch the series. If Danglers win it here, they don't have to worry so much about the third map, though they will, I'm sure, be trying to get as many points as they possibly can.
Most likely, I can hear a confrontation between Jizzy and Nintendo, or possibly Plenus yelling all the way back there.
Yeah, Nintendo is going to shoot feet right here in a minute. Oh, man, the placement of that grenade, though, from Jizzy will be perfect. Plenus will turn around, though, for the quick refrag, and things are right back to even. Auto turn around with a refrag to the refrag of the refrag. And now we got refragged beans, boys.
That was some beautiful positioning I just saw there.
Yeah, on both
You've
parts.
got the nade coming out, and then Plenus comes in to clean up that. Then Auto comes in to clean up Plenus.
Yeah, excellent play.
That's serious synergy.
Yeah. That is excellent work there from both sides. Jizzy on the aggression to go up and get the double tap onto Nintendo after that beautifully placed nade. Plenus, knowing that he's got to get out there and help his man, does get Jizzy, which will be a huge blow to this offense. Let's be real, as Jizzy is one of their best point men. But they still got some work cut out for them. They've got 4 members of Globochem still left. Auto and Thunder Pilot Mix still on the board. All tried and true members of Globochem. So this is not going to be easy still for Danglers, even though they're only 1 man down currently.
Yeah, I did see a really disgusting angle almost from Auto all the way over towards Executioner through both the kind of gap between the door and the main building by the objective, and the gap between the door and the container almost actually damaged Executioner. That would have been an insane angle.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough one. The nades coming out now from the Globochem side. Some of the utility has now been used up pretty much. The smokes are out pretty heavy. I think we could be seeing Globochem trying to actually go for a cap here to bring this back to a 3-2 situation instead of a 2-1. Now the push is on for the objective. Globochem's really going to have to coordinate this one. Auto's going to have to come around the backside of Riboman at just the right time. Gatika's on his push, but Executioner looks like he's going to find him. He does. Thunder Pilot's going to pop around, though, and find the refrag on the Executioner. Riboman's putting out the shots to hold back Mixologist, and Thunder Pilot and Auto's just around the corner hearing everything. Oh, and a bad push out from Stumpy Nub finds him in the barrel of Mixologist, and things are looking grim for Danglers here. Auto's going to corner, but Riboman's going to find him, take the confirmation, but put himself in a really hairy situation here as Thunder Pilot has got the angle on him. Ribo needs to just kind of stay tucked right where he is and don't expose himself any more than he is now, because right now he has the crosswatch advantage. The only way they'd be able to take him down is to put a 2-prong attack up against him. Thunder Pilot's going to try and lay down, see if he can't find the angle on him. Ooh, Ribo. Neither one able
Thunder's going to go for cap. I think he might try and go for it, but no, he decides to peek around again. Doesn't work out. Danglers is pulling this back again from Globochem, looking to go for a cap for the first time in 1,000 centuries. So potentially, Danglers bringing this to 3-1 and taking the map and going to thirds. But it's a trade between the two, and Globochem takes it by a fraction of a frame.
Wow, impressive stuff there. But yeah, Globochem, I don't know if you've ever had a live-in girlfriend, Noman, but Danglers are pulling the sheets like your girlfriend in the bed. She wants all of them. You can't have them, and the Danglers are just not trying to give it up. They do not want to give anything back to Globochem, but unfortunately for them, the trade does go in favor, like Noman, or like Buxton says. Sorry, not Noman. Noman was supposed to be here this evening, but unfortunately, poor infrastructure in the Northern California area operated by a company in Georgia who decides to pay bonuses to their executives instead of fixing their hardware has caused him a bit of an issue. So we're here to cover for Noman. We love you, buddy. And, yeah, we're going to roll right into this next round already. These teams just do not want to talk to each other, I guess, in the lobby. They are right back into it. We don't even have time.
If they were left alone in the lobby too long, Sleepy, Danglers would end up murdering each other. That's fact.
Yeah, they'd probably kick each other, and then they'd have to rehost the lobby because then they couldn't get their guy back in. It's a whole thing.
That definitely sounds like Danglers.
Globochem discussing the habits of the Danglers team and what they may or may not do. Danglers still going to be playing it out here. They've slowed down a bit though, and I'm thinking that might be because of the points coming out from Globochem. They're definitely not completely reserved, but Mixologists will find Nintendo on the eastern side of the map. Some good smokes out though from the Danglers. We'll see if they can capitalize on that. A frag goes over the backside, too far away from Mixologist to make any kill. And he makes it just by Plenus on a long, narrow angle.
Oh, Mixologist's position is spooking Danglers a lot, though. Plenus, though, takes him down to the trade with the advantage to him, as he is revivable in a very good position for it as well. That was a fantastic angle.
Yeah, Stumpy Numb pushed his way up with the shield to gain a little bit of information. He's got a few. He's given the call-outs. Now it's going to be up to the Danglers to do something about it. He'll be able to help a little bit, but you know, in a series of 4 versus his 1 shield, he's going to end up getting caught out if he's not careful. Kind of like we saw at the end of that last round where he was having to clutch that 1v4. You know, there's just too much opportunity for people to flank him at this moment. Jizzy going to find Executioner in the tunnel. And that is not going to help things out for them whatsoever. Stumpy's going to make his way now over towards the objective side of the map, and he's going to have a lot of work cut out for him. If he doesn't watch his cross, he's going to completely expose himself to the wrong person. And there's Otto and Thunder, both just standing out in the open, but nobody can seem to find the connection. Jizzy finds Plenus because Plenus can't seem to connect in time. Stumpy's still trying to take down Otto through the gratings. But no effect on his target, and now the grenade's going to come over as a flash. The rush is in. Gattaca's coming up behind him. Stumpy's turned around the wrong direction, and that's going to be a free kill for Gattaca. Riboman now on his own, and that's going to be it. Otto going to find the kill onto Riboman, and Globochem take up map 2 to their advantage.
Well, neither side certainly wants to give it up. As you said, they are pulling and tugging, and I think this map is going to eventually tear, but I think you were right when you said, maybe 10 minutes ago when you said it's going to be down to who wins what side to bring into what decides the map, and potentially even the match.
Yeah, this is an interesting development. Danglers are going to have to hold on for their life here, essentially, on the map. 2 and 3 now. Danglers, if they can hold on to it, they can take the series and cool off a bit on the 3rd one, but right now, every round is going to count. Otto is on fire at the moment, though, with 7 kills himself. Jizzy Pants pulling 6 on his side, and the Danglers a little bit more evenly spread throughout the entire team, rather than 2 top fraggers with distribution amongst the rest. But overall, it's been, wow, just a killer game so far. My mind is trapped like in a bottle.
Well, these teams, I believe in them. Absolutely. I believe that this is going to be a good match no matter what.
Buxton's not cursing anyone, he's cursing everyone.
I'm not cursing anyone. I'm cursing every single person, every single team in the league. None of you are safe from me.
Whoa, Buxton has made his return and is making threats, folks. Don't curse us, Buxton. We have enough problems sometimes, you know.
This is very true. It was the curse's fault that the team names may have up and turned into ghosts.
All right, well, curse or not, we're going into round 6. Danglers on a do-or-die round here. They've got to pull this one back. They've got to keep things tight on this objective. They cannot let Globochem get this point if they want to secure the series in this map. If not, they're going to have to fight it out tooth and nail on the next one, and that's going to be Globochem's pick. Jizzy going to early pick onto Executioner. Stumpy going to answer back with a pick onto Mixologist, and now we're into a already 10 seconds down, two members down on each team, both looking to be revived now. And instead, Jizzy going to find the confirm onto Executioner. Meanwhile, Globochem able to revive Thunder Pilot. So not a real great start here from Danglers as they try and hold off this objective.
I'm hearing some possibly tactical callouts from Jizzy over on the western side. That flash may spook Globochem a little bit, but Danglers doesn't look like they're looking to try and capitalize on it. Just maybe delay Globochem just a few moments to make sure everything is ready and solid.
Yeah, Globo having all 5 up will definitely make a difference here. But Danglers are going to need to play it a bit more conservative. Just in case. Oh, that nice frag coming over. Could it find 2? No, it's not going to find anyone because it's going to roll just inside that container, and it'll block line of sight from both Mixologist and Jizzy Pants.
It is very unfortunate. Just like maybe 0.2 seconds. Ooh, a little bit of a signal from Mix and Jizzy on the western side. Looks like they're signaling to throw some nades in. They are reasonably well-placed nades as well, but yeah, no effect so far.
They truly are. I think they're trying to catch the Danglers being a bit aggressive, standing out in the open, waiting for it. Plenus looking to try and find Thunderpilot out of that crack, but he's not going to look at the right time. Thunderpilot will just barely squeeze by him there. Mixologist, they're definitely hearing Plenus move around in that container, but Plenus finds Mixologist just as I get my camera under the door frame. Now Thunderpilot going to be looking for that refrag. Something fierce, or will Plenus now find Gattaca through the smallest crack in the map? Well, not the smallest crack in the map. We know that's in the tunnel, and excuse that. That is an erroneous key press. That is not Globochem winning this round. But Danglers have evened the board back out. It is a 4v4, 3 minutes, 45 seconds left, and Danglers really going to have to play it smart here. Thunderpilot on the look. Plenus, I think, sees him. No, he doesn't. Just barely misses him. Frags are coming out, though, from the side of Globochem. Will they find any effect? Riboman almost running out into Thunderpilot's frag. And Jizzy looking through that crack in the tunnel for that pick onto an unsuspecting defender running out through the open.
I do love that angle from the tunnel so much. It's such a sneaky one.
Oh, it's a cheeky one.
Yeah. It's like Jizzy has given up on it. It's going to continue, maybe go for the flank, perhaps in a coordinated time with the rest.
This is like the tides at the ocean. Like one team pushes, the other team falls back. They're like ebbing and flowing with each other. It's insane. Riboman in a bad position here. He's going to get caught out. Thunderpilot's right there. He manages to avoid the shots from Otto, but will he be able to find Thunder now? Oh, he does. He finds the elbow of Thunderpilot and then the head as he falls, and that's going to be him down. Riboman getting a shot in the back here from Jizzy, though, as Jizzy makes his exit from the tunnel. Stumpy going to be looking for that push, though. Will he be able to find it? Nope.
This is the battle of the giants here. Stumpy and Jizzy facing up against each other in close quarters.
Stumpy going to find the kill onto Gattaca, help even things back out once again. It's a 2v2, 2 minutes 22 on the clock. A lot of twos going on right now. But Jizzy and Otto going to fall back and utilize each other. Jizzy's already given out quite a bit of information on the defensive positioning of the 2 remaining Dangler members. Stumpy going to be looking for that pick on a Jizzy, but he's not going to find it. Otto going to be there to look for it instead. And now, with them being stacked up 2-2, it's not going to be a good look for them. Nintendo going to try and chuck out a grenade. It's not going to find Jizzy, but he should find him on the pick. No, Jizzy's going to find it, and Globochem will take map number 2 away from the Danglers, and we're going to go into a series decider on map 3.
Ebbing and flowing, Sleepy. Ebbing is flowing, as you said.
Sure enough.
Map 3, what do you think it's going to be? I'm personally banking on...
I bet you...
I want to say Subway, just because it's Danglers.
I don't know. It's not Danglers' pick, though. That's the issue.
It's Danglers in the match. And I know Globochem's going to get a little bit they're going to get a little bit fun as well, just because Danglers is here.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Globochem might be sweating a little bit, because right now Dangler's still leading the scoreline, so even if Globochem clinch the series, they're not going to really gain, and Danglers aren't going to really lose too much MMR as it stands right now. My bet is we're probably going to see Quarantine, or not Quarantine, but Downfall as our 3rd map, but we'll have to just wait and find out, and once we have that, we'll let you folks at home know. But man, what an impressive game there. Otto finding 8 frags on the map, Jizzy with 9. Remaining 3 members of Globochem, each with 3 kills apiece. And then on the side of Danglers, 5 kills for both Ribo and Plenus, with the remainder of the team holding things down equally as well. So really great plays on both sides. Danglers, like you said, not wanting to give up the blanket. here we go. We're finding out. Ooh. Did you tell me this map was banned?
That's exactly what I was thinking. In fact, I'm gonna just see if perhaps they're rehosting, because I believe that may be a possibility.
Yeah, go ahead and find that out for us, because I don't know. Maybe they pulled their ban. Maybe they're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe that's what they're gonna do. We'll leave this TBD for now until we find out whether or not this is in fact the map pick.
Well, I have a wild and wacky turn of events.
Uh-huh.
You know what I just said about perhaps a little bit of Danglers rubbing off on Globochem?
So
well, it appears that they have pulled their ban and they're playing Suburbia.
All right, so we'll go ahead and set that for everyone then. I don't. Luckily for me, I don't have a way to pull that ban off the left side. This is very unorthodox.
This is not something we planned for. This is not out of the rule book.
I really appreciate some freaking heads up on that next time, guys. But jeez. But anyways, okay. Well, we'll set map 3 as Suburbia, as that is what's going to be played. But you'll just have to ignore that ban for now, because I don't want to reset our score and have to go back in and reprogram all of that right in front of everybody. So just consider the Globochem side ban to say TBD as well, and we're going to play Suburbia even though it's been, well, it was taken off the board.
This is the first in the league, I think, a team withdrawing their ban midway through. That's wild. I kind of love it though. I'm glad to see a little bit of Suburbia coming out. It is a map that I very much hold within a deep place of my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Danglers are in a world of trouble here. They've not, in their history, have not done very well against Globochem on this map. So I'm interested to see if they've got what it takes now, if they've got the right stuff, for any of you classic movie fans out there, to take it down. But now we'll follow Globochem as we get back into our next round. And as you can see, folks, we've added that nice little feature to our scoreboard that leaves a live gameplay camera up. So that way, if one of us happens to, how the casters affectionately call it, night fire it, we still have gameplay video for you to be able to see what's going on as we call the action. And it looks like Danglers are going to opt for a little bit of Scoobying on lane 3 against Globochem. And they do manage to wing Auto there as he exits the spawn. A little bit of usage of that pre-fire lane will be utilized well, or not well, depending on your side of the argument that's been happening for like the last week. Now Globochem being a little bit more reserved here on their push-up. I feel like they'd normally be a little bit further up the map. I wonder if that pre-fire's really checked them.
I think maybe perhaps Auto and Thunderpilot are getting like flashbacks to the argument that happened about Scoobying. But I did see also a nade come out on lane 3, which did clear, I believe, Executioner's C4. That could help Globochem out a lot in the kind of their future push in if they decide to go through the main gate to the objective.
I don't think that C4 was cleared.
Well, that was a very different C4, but at least didn't take down any members of Globochem. Is
he pre-firing the fence there on lane 1 side? He's not going to catch anyone because Danglers aren't going to be positioning anyone that far over on this eastern red car objective, but they are getting themselves dangerously close. They haven't lost any members yet, and there's still 4.5 minutes left in the round.
I felt like I've gone into the upside down, Sleepy. Bans getting revoked after map 2.
Yeah, what is this?
Danglers cleaning the house on the first map on quarantine. It's wild.
These casts have become the Wild West. No, or Buxton, you're right. See, you've been gone for so long, Buxton. I just want to call you Noman. I've been casting with Noman so much. Is he going to put that fire out and attract some attention from the defenders? But they're not going to focus on it too hard, as they shouldn't. because that's not really where the push is going to end up coming from. Riboman will position himself, though, to be able to somewhat counter if need be.
I feel like I'm almost seeing a little bit of beginners in Globochem here. They're keeping a nice line, moving steady. It's like a strange hybrid between Globochem and beginners.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to see. Why am I stuck right here? Is that really the map boundaries? Jeez. I was trying to get an angle on Riboman's look towards Jizzy, but it's just not going to happen. The grenade's going to come over from Globe. Oh, no, smoke. Linus is going to have a tough time dealing with those exiting from lane 3. Now, Nintendo's moved himself away from his older position to keep from being in Jizzy's crosshairs. And the frags are going to come out from Globochem, or from Danglers now. Jizzy going to try and tag the hand of Nintendo as he pops and throws it. Riboman's going to have to help Nintendo, because the second Nintendo pops up, Jizzy's going to take his head right off.
Yeah, there's no way Nintendo can really move at all. Perhaps Nintendo's going to get... He thought about going up, I think, but he is keeping a nice solid eye on lane 3 and 4. Hopefully that smoke has really drawn his attention.
Otto's going to find one, though. Mixologist will find Stumpy Dub. Now Plenus will take down Thunderpilot, and that's good news, but what's not good news is the 3 members of Globochem now coming up close to the street. Riboman will find Jizzy, and that's good. Gattaca will pick up Plenus, and that's the objective almost open. The right smoke's out. Globochem could cap this one.
They absolutely could. If there was just one more well-placed smoke, that would blow Nintendo's view to the objective, where they could cap nice and safely, but Nintendo is going to pick up Mixologist and double confirm him.
Ooh, and a nice pick.
Side.
And a nice pick from Ribo onto Otto as well. He's going to also spot out Gattaca. This is not going to be looking good for Globochem now. Gattaca all by himself. He could fall back and potentially get the res onto Jizzy to help him out, but it's going to be all up to that. But no, Riboman not going to give him the chance. He gets a headshot on Gattaca, and Danglers go up 1-0 here on map number 3.
I'm not going to even try and make any predictions as to what who could take this. I'm done. I can't make any more.
You and me both, brother. I couldn't predict it if you put a gun to my head and said you got to choose now.
If I had to make the most educated guess, let's see. Let's think about this. Let's get a pen and paper. Globochem's on Volk. It's red car objective. Globochem with their kind of newer style of play that doesn't seem quite as fast as it did in the olden days. Does generally work out better on this objective, I've found from personal experience and all of the casts. Just going a little bit slow but not too slow does work out really well, because you can check all the angles, pre-fire all the pre-fires, you know, etc, etc. But at the same time, I think predictions are now worthless, Sleepy. I think that it's a lost economy.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Sorry, my finger apparently wasn't registering to unmute my microphone there. But I think you're right, man. We are getting to a point, I feel, in this league where predictions are becoming more and more difficult just in general, especially as we get into the top 10 teams. Things just become very, very convoluted, just cloudy. It's really tough to just give an accurate prediction anymore. And I thought that round was starting, but I guess I might be wrong. But
I did hear a few beeps. Looks like they're not quite done with some strategizing.
All right, well then we'll pop back up the... Of course. We'll pop back up the player scores while we wait on them, and of course when we're done waiting on them, we'll be immediately. So yeah, on to the next round. That round will be round 2. We're on map 3, and things are getting exciting here as Danglers take the lead on round 1. We'll see if they can do anything with round 2 on the attack.
Venus dropping some knowledge on people about scientifically impossible pre-fire angles. I'm loving it.
Danglers apparently a fan of the pre-fire angles on Suburbia as they lay 3 members worth of fire down lane 3 towards the backside of the map, and now they're going to capitalize on that and get themselves some pretty decent real estate here on the lane 1 side.
I see another really good angle by Auto that's going to instantly headshot Riboman. That is some incredible reaction time right there. That was absolutely fantastic.
It was in a great position for him to pick and then rotate back to his defensible position from. So Plenus putting off some return fire in that direction to try and stave off any further aggression from that particular spot, but no one's going to be there because Otto's going to have safely transitioned now back onto the porch where he's basically completely protected until the attackers are within his cone of vision, and things are going to be looking a little bit tougher now for this objective for Danglers.
Perhaps indeed it really depends. I do see a little bit of Plina sneaking up through lane 3 here, which could, knowing Plinus, most likely turn into him rushing out and trying to deal with either Mixologist or Auto that are covering the sides. But again, predictions, they are worthless now. Throw them in the bin.
Stumpy going to be laying down the suppressive fire there in lane 3, but it's not going to really have any effect. It'll keep heads down, but it's not going to get any picks, and right now they definitely need those picks at the moment. Stumpy going to be trying to put even more suppressive fire down to find Jizzy. He's not going to be able to find him. Will Executioner be able to find the angle? I don't know, but here comes the nade. It's up, it's out, it's over, and it should be right next to Jizzy. That'll be a down. That's a good play there by the Danglers. But now they have to worry
very nice there, and a very nice kind of a congratulatory backflip from Jizzy as well.
Yeah, they got to be careful though because now Thunder Pilot's watching the refrag angle, and it's going to be near impossible for the Danglers to be able to get over and fully confirm Jizzy. Oh nope, there's the confirmation. Now, if I were them, I'd pull back away from this lane 4 or this lane 1 push. It's not going to work out very well for them. They're going to have to put themselves very exposed. If anything, they need to be pre-firing that spot where Thunder Pilot is. That might just give them the help they need. But we'll just have to see how that unfolds. I think it's going to end up being a distractory smoke instead.
Looks like him. Executioner, I think, is just going to keep an eye out for Thunder Pilot's spot. Perhaps maybe when he decides to back off, just pop a few rounds there. Hope he catches someone. But otherwise, it does look like they are going to abandon lane 1 here, as you predicted.
As they should. I mean, lane 1 is really not going to do them much good in this objective. I mean, getting over there and being able to come in from behind would be nice, but it's not really going to have the best effect on their objective, I feel. It's really going to take a little bit too much time to get the team across and over. And then now, you know, it also gives the possibility of that frag to come out from Thunder Pilot on an Executioner, and I feel like that's exactly what we're about to watch.
I think we may see exactly that from Thunder Pilot onto Stumpy. Or perhaps now Execution and Plinus on the far western side of lane 1. They're a little bit close for comfort considering this is not exactly an incognito move from them. Oh, Thunder did peek out, but he isn't going to go for the shots.
No, Gattaca not really doing anything with his shots either. They're putting them out, but they're not getting anything back. A grenade comes over through the trees, but just barely doesn't get the distance it needs to grab Gattaca with an air burst. Now Stumping up, just trying to keep him down, keep heads down, keep him moving. Thunder Pilot does finally find that pick on him Executioner in lane 1. We knew it was coming. They were better off abandoning it, but you know what? They can't know that until things are over and done with, so we can't give them too much crap about it. Danglers now going to try and push their way out in lane 4. Let's see if that happens to work for them. They need to find Otto on the Porsche, and Nintendo's going to miss it just barely, but the trade comes out. Both players trade dead and gone. It's a 2v3 now, and Thunder's off the objective. Mixologist out on the lane 3 porch. Will they find anything? Stumpy Nub's looking for it. Plinus and Stumpy both rocking the LMGs. Stumpy will find Gattaca, but he's not going to be able to find Mixologist. What are the Danglers going to do? Plinus gets the penetration kill. Both Danglers are on the objective capping.
No.
Plinus will be the distraction. Stumpy Nub's going to have all the time they need. The grenade's going to come out, but it's too far. Thunder Pilot finds Plinus. Stumpy's... he's going to be able to find Stumpy too, and he does. Globochem take the round, and they tie things up here 1-1.
Absolutely incredible move there with a flash coming over, dealing with Plinus, and having just enough time to wrap around and put a pillow over Stumpy to take that round in what could have been a massive loss for Globochem. Fantastic moves there. Wow.
Yeah, really impressive stuff. I'm actually a little baffled because I feel like they are normally much quicker cappers than that, but I did fail to notice the flash come out, so I can understand why they weren't able to get that one, and you know, they kind of threw a wrench in the plan that Danglers had, which was to kind of sacrifice Plenus there on that open side of the objective while Stumpy hit and capped. That flash play from Thunder was really clutch there and does manage to save the round for Globochem.
Yeah. You know, you said the plan of having Plenus be the bait. I think that may in fact just be Plenus being Plenus and just taking the risky route to try and get a lucky move. Oh, you know what I'm seeing, Sleepy? I am seeing that burning building objective, Globochem on the offense. I'm seeing this and I'm liking what I'm seeing. But unfortunately, I'm not going to get that quick spawn.
They are not. But does Globochem really play that one fast, even if they do get the quick spawn?
Perhaps maybe they would. Again, since this is third map and they're still kind of neck and neck, maybe they wouldn't, but again, predictions out the window. Never think of them again.
Nintendo, though, going to start things off early for Danglers as he finds Jizzy in the center on the push. Jizzy normally the first to be able to get into those angles first and be able to take down those early press defenders, but oh my goodness, no! Thunder's going to frag his own brother, and it's going to be an insta-kill. That's going to be an automatic 2-man down for Globochem, and there's still 5.5 minutes left in this round.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. Oh, there must have been a Contin family disruption. Make Thunder think that Auto was in fact Volk. There was a strange force across the world. Only those two can feel it.
Yeah, that is the grenade which shall live in infamy on the Globochem family household team. Now Globochem going to be working with some seriously short numbers against a 5-man strong Danglers push. Please. Calling out some really intense and yet NSFW stuff for the cast, but I mean, I don't know what I can do. I'm area of effect on more than just them.
On Plenus and Stumpy, you just gotta put a no-go zone around them.
I should just hit like a automatic gameplay mute when I go over there.
Gotta have like beacons in game, flashing helmets.
Yeah.
Globochem they're playing pretty safe here still. Almost 4 minutes remaining. Dangler still has that objective very nicely covered with 5 men up. And Globochem being 2 down, especially due to that team kill, that seems to be really putting them on the edge here, and they're going a little bit slowly, I feel.
Yeah. And do apologize if there are some frame skipping. I noticed my system was struggling there for a second, so there were some drop frames. So we apologize for that bit of a rough patch in the broadcast, but it looks like things are stabilizing themselves just a bit. I don't know what's going on with this map in particular, but really a little frustrating there on my end.
And while we're at this kind of a little bit of a lull in the match here, we might as well thank our sponsors, Pro2VR and VR Cover, always helping supply the prizes for teams such as Globochem and perhaps even Danglers, because I believe one is at the championships are coming up. A few weeks?
Yes, just a couple of weeks, and Thunderpilot will find Plenus with an early pick out of lane 2, but he's going to be pressed hard by the return fire.
Seems a little bit spooked now. He's hanging back, probably going to peek through the bushes a little bit, see if he can nab either Stumpy or Rybo through the windows. I'm kind of surprised really to see Rybo up on those windows, but Nintendo is in the center house rather. And he's going to pick up a nice kill. And I guess it's just going to be up to the 2 remaining members of Globochem. Godanica and Mixologist do not seem to be in a particularly good spot right here.
Buxton, I'm going to need you to subtract that extra syllable you keep adding to Gatatica.
I
can't even say his name the way you say it.
No, it's Gattaca.
Gatatica.
Yeah, Gattaca. That I don't know why I misread the title once.
I know, and it's
boom,
just stuck.
I could see nothing else.
I didn't really want to bust your chops on it because it's your first cast back with us. But man, oh man, I don't want Gattaca to reach out to you later and be like, it's Gattaca, not Gattaca, Gattacaterpillar. But either way, Globochem trying what they can to claw things back. They've got 2 minutes left on the clock, and Danglers can really just kind of tuck in and hide out just a bit. Because it's a very exposed objective that the Globochem team is going to have to approach here, and so they're just going to have to they're going to press it and have to hope it works out, because right now Danglers are going to be holding on to this one, and we'll be going to see a 2-1 on the map. But of course, none of that guaranteed here in the Onward Master League.
Yeah, we could see a rapid upset, perhaps a Plenus with a very lucky stun gun for another content family disruption. Said we never know. We never know. But I have a little bit of a strong feeling that Nintendo is going to cause some serious damage in this center house rather. I keep getting this mixed up with Downfall. This is wild.
I did it yesterday with the casts. When they did go to Downfall, I called it the Center Burning, and it was Center Hotel. Oh, Nintendo definitely hears Mixologist out there on lane 2, but he's got to be careful now because he's made so much noise. Mix is looking for the pick in the window. Well, now he's focused back on the defender household. Oh, there's the shots. Will Nintendo find him on the rotation? Mixologist just going to use that. There it is. There's the look. Nintendo does find and do damage to Mixologist. He doesn't have to worry about the confirmation, but he's not going to take any chances.
But meanwhile, while all of this has been happening, Gattaca has made his way to the southwest of the map where he can spawn Nintendo to take him down and Stumpy. But then the crossfire from Rybo and Mexicution is going to be to take him down. And Danglers, they are up 1 point to bring it to a 2-1 on this final map.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Danglers are playing in rare form tonight, and doing quite well against their very, very difficult opponents of Globochem. I don't think a lot of people were really expecting to see all of this, but you know what? The Danglers are all up for surprises nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. Appears that the Danglers may have a player just quickly reconnecting, having some technical difficulties possibly. So we do have a little bit of time again to just kind of chat, maybe think back on what happened previously, and if the team still have a little bit of time to solve their issues, then we can kick to an intermission. So, Sleepy, what do you think that
No, go ahead.
What do you think the Danglers is going to try and pull off on this burden building objective?
To be honest with you, I have no idea. I'm going to assume they're going with the quickness, and they're going to try and do everything they possibly can to get the cap and get the 2 points that they need to take the map away from Globochem here. But there is no definite to that, so don't quote me on anything because I don't know. I haven't been, involved with the team enough to really give those impressions any recently. So I think that's going to be the real deciding factor, but I'm assuming we'll see some aggression. They do get the quick spawn here, so we'll just have to watch and see what happens. But for right now, we are entering into round number 4 on map 3. This is the decider, ladies and gentlemen. And Ryboman going to find an early pick onto Mix, and that'll be him done and dusted. That gives it Danglers already the early advantage. You see Globochem getting a bit aggressive now in the middle. They're going to try and find the angle through the playground. Jizzy's going to back off now. Nope, he's going to hold it. He's going to see if he can't catch one. He will find Stumpy Nub. That's not going to be good for Danglers. That's a key to their early push if they're going to get aggressive, but they're not getting aggressive. Instead, they're playing it quite reserved, quite smart. They're going to try and go at it from the coordinated flank here. Jizzy's going to try and find pick now onto Nintendo. Not going to work out for him, however.
Oh, Plenus will pick up Jizzy on that corner of the center house, though I think we are going to see a nade from Thunder on auto right now. There is a C4 coming over, but he botches it a little bit, and it's on his side of the house, which is very unfortunate.
Here comes the flash from Thunder Pilot. Are they going to push on it, however, is the question. No, they're just going to hold the offense back here. Plenus still sitting pretty behind the playground house. Ryboman now pushing up to give some support, and Otto going to be the one to throw a C4 next. His will be effective. He grabs Plenus on an insta-kill, and now Danglers are down to just 3 left. Some shots coming in to suppress Otto. He'll manage to stay alive, and now it's Rybo's turn to see if he can't make his way up to the objective.
I'm feeling the pressure from Danglers here. Nintendo is on lane 1 right now, still just keeping an eye out, see if there's anyone crossing and make some dangerous moves. Like what Thunderpilot was doing earlier, kind of just in the lane 3 about-ish area, maybe by Black Car. So if Thunder decides to try and do something like that again, Nintendo is going to be the one to pick him up, and that's going to be a big loss for Globochem.
He shot, and he really didn't need to yet, and that's going to actually give Gattaca, who was not paying attention to this side of the map whatsoever, the idea that he's over here. And now Nintendo's going to have to be very careful because Gattaca is going to be watching this direction, and Nintendo's going to lose that advantage.
Yeah. Perhaps who is that up in there? That is a Gattaca up in that south vault spawn house. It does look like he is keeping an eye out towards Nintendo's position. But I don't know if he is actually going to continue to hold the angle, or if he's going to keep an eye back on the eastern side where Thunder and Auto do need some cover from the far east, kind of cut through by the barbed wire.
They really need to take down Gattaca first. He's going to be their stopper, the stopper in this play. Nintendo, though, he could find a kill with the nade, but no, they're going to go for a different check position. And it will be unsuccessful, unfortunately for them. Rybo going to get a little risky now, pushing his way up onto the porch. He could find Thunderpilot, though, if Thunderpilot decides to put himself back on the objective porch over there. But right now, Rybo is super exposed to Gattaca, and I'm not sure he's even aware Gattaca's there. They're going to try and clear the center house instead.
I'm feeling a little bit of danger from Executioner on the far east side. It does look like he is both keeping a trained eye on Gattaca, while also maybe trying to go for a peek onto Thunderpilot. And if Thunder isn't looking the right way, and if Gattaca is looking over towards Ryberman, then that's easily... Oh, no, I heard some mic pops come up from Executioner. Everyone's looking there. And down he goes. The unfortunate mic pop.
Yep, an issue that shouldn't be in the game, but it is, so now you have to deal with it. And of course, when you run your audio on 1000% volume, it's easy to hear just about everything.
The Jizzy Pants maneuver, volume 200%. That man's ears have got to be in a rough shape by now.
Yeah, here before too long, Jizzy's not going to be able to hear anything because he's ruined his ears. Ooh, Nintendo with the peek onto Otto's head, but I guess it's not really an angle he can see, so he's not taking the shots. Otto, though, is going to have free reign here. No, he's going to miss his shots, and that's going to pull out a two-man watch onto this position. I'm surprised Thunderpilot hasn't popped up here. Goodness gracious. I hate when players run backwards, by the way, Buxton.
Oh, there was some shots from Thunderpilot, but it's going to be Auto in the end. He does pick up Nintendo. Roadman looks like he's getting pretty aggressive, though, over at Black Car.
Yeah, he is getting aggressive, and now Gattaca's going to be looking right at him, and the second he pushes out from this car, he's going to get his head blown off, and Globochem will grab their second point. It's going to take a miracle and a prayer for Ryboman to pull this one back right now.
Roadman is very suspicious of Gattaca's position, but he is one man through three people's positions, but he does manage to take down Auto with the nice snapshot. And was that a wallbang as well? I couldn't quite tell.
I was watching actually the angle from Gattaca to Ryboman to see if Gattaca was going to be able to find that pick, and so I wasn't quite watching his actual shot, but looks like Ryboman's going to check that spot now. Upstairs. Nope, he's not. Gattaca's definitely going to see this out in the open, or maybe he won't. He's going to go prone underneath the windowsill. And that's actually going to not work out to Rybo's advantage. It's going to work out more for Gattaca, as though Ryboman might be able to find Thunder on the objective first, he's not going to be able to find Gattaca in the window before Gattaca's able to angle on him, and now Gattaca's called out.
Rybo heard him.
I know, but he's got to turn and burn, and he doesn't have it. Thunderpilot's there to get the refrag, and we go tied up here on the map, 2-2.
Oh, he was so close to getting that snapshot 180 onto Thunderpilot on the objective.
Yeah,
he was so close. He just started to pull the trigger, I think.
He had the miracle. He just didn't have the prayer, Buxton.
Yeah, absolutely. But we are going to at least have the tank objective for the next one, which could definitely be Globochem, maybe trying to move in for the cap. Because it is obviously, you know, the classic cap this objective with a nice, well-coordinated move, which Globochem would be known for.
Yep, you're absolutely right. This is still anyone's match, realistically. Danglers will be going back on the defense, which so far they've proved they can manage to hold on to with little to no issues, but I don't know. Globochem is not going to be phased at this point. They might be rattled at the beginning, but now they've probably taken their breath. They've taken a step back. They're ready to put things back into motion, and their coordination has been saying that so far in this third map. But it's all left on the table still as to what is exactly going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's all up in the air still, so it is impossible to say. But I'm really surprised. Oh, never mind. He's actually had to reconnect, so that makes sense. I was going to say I was surprised to see Stumpy Nub without any kills yet on the map, but I think that is due to maybe a disconnection error or something of the like.
Yeah, I believe so. He did just rejoin, probably to either A, clear his score just for fun, knowing Stumpy. B, he maybe secretly team killed someone and we just forgot. And he wants to clear that off the record so he can never be blamed by Plenus.
No, the only team kill he's had has been the one on Plenus with the C4 and Cargo. So he's actually he's not sacrificed to the Onward. Yeah, well, it's very true. It's Stumpy, but it's also round 5 here on the third map. Danglers holding in there. They took a commanding 6 unanswered points to start out the series, and then Globochem has been hammering back, trying to steal the covers away from them again. But Danglers holding on, fighting for their life, trying to avoid that from happening.
Indeed, and we are seeing a pretty standard approach coming out from Globochem, but I feel like we may see a bit of an aggressive... No, maybe not. I did see Stumpy move up to the APC, looking like he might try and go all the way through, but he appears to retreat to the classic small position, maybe going to garage, just to kind of get a nice wide angle on things instead of an aggressive maneuver.
And Nintendo, not even close to taking any actual fire, calls out that he's been hit and needs a revive. But that's not going to happen because Globochem isn't falling for it, to be honest.
It feels like a classic move coming out from Danglers, the old fake communication.
And the line from Globochem is evenly spread across the board, as we've seen quite a few times in this map already. But they are doing their thing.
And was just a tiny little bit of pre-fire coming out from Morto, but he decided to go all the way back to rotate. There is a slow approach from Thunder and Gattaca on lane 1. And everyone else seems to really be congregating around lane 3, maybe lane 4-ish. Perhaps we may see a breakthrough from the kind of black car, which will go straight for the objective, perhaps, if we're lucky.
Yeah, if they do, they're going to need to make sure that they take down Nintendo first, because otherwise Nintendo's just going to roast and shred that person like a chicken at a Boston market.
I don't quite know what that analogy is. I've never personally been to a Boston market.
Yeah, it's an American.
But I'd like to imagine it's a very beaten-up chicken.
Yeah, well, it's a company that at one point was doing well and now not so much. So, yeah, I guess a battered chicken would be a good way to think about it.
Let's see.
And even though the mini-map does only show 4 people, just be aware, folks.
Speaking of a battered chicken, Ribo's a battered chicken. I'm sorry, I had to make the joke.
No. Please do. Gattaca with that nice headshot onto Ribo Man helps out the Globochem position here as they try and go for this attack on this tank objective.
This is what Globochem was planning for. There is a little bit of a threat from Execution and Plenus by the tank. Nintendo at least is there in the center house to clean things up. But I think Jizzy Pants is going to be the serious threat for Danglers right here. He's in a good position to approach, and perhaps if he's got a nade to take down Plenus and Execution in one swoop.
He's definitely not going to go for the grenade. My bets are he's going to go for the picks. He's looking through the bushes the best he can to try and find the defenders, but he's got no visuals on them. But I can tell you, it wouldn't surprise me for a Dangler to take a peek here, especially up. It looks like Executioner's inching his way out. No, actually not. Stumpy will take some fire up in the spawn house, but no effect on him. He does manage to cross over into the guest bedroom and secure himself. Nintendo finds another pick onto Thunder Pilot, and now Globochem down to 3. Danglers once again holding on to those covers, not wanting to let Globochem take it. Executioner, though, going to go down to the crouch position just because of his knee. Frag goes out from Plenus, or no, Flash goes out from Plenus, but it's not going to have any effect. And Jizzy's callouts are probably going to allow Mixologists to get the pick onto Stumpy as the callouts have come down.
Ooh. I'm seeing hand signals from Jizzy over towards Mixologist to perhaps signify him to go for the cap while Jizzy distracts, or perhaps move into a position where he can cap Plenus as Jizzy baits him out.
Well, it won't matter because Nintendo's on a backwatch.
I gotta say, that sounded very wrong. I'm deeply sorry for this.
You're fine, Buxton, no worries. But yeah, they are still gonna have to deal with Noman, or not Noman, Jesus, Nintendo up in the top. Up on the top of the spawn house. They've got 1 minute 20 seconds left. They've got plenty of time for their positioning on the maps, but the more time they burn, the less time they have to go for the win. Gattaca going to be trying to hold the Danglers down. No return. Stumpy fires back, but again, no effect on his target. And now he's going to put himself in the garage. Stumpy up sounding very frustrated right now.
Ooh, I think Jizzy may be trying to go for it here. A Jizzy cap, it's been a very long time since I saw one of those. Nintendo's the only real threat, and perhaps a Plenus rush.
Oh, that's it. That's going to be... Oh, there it is. Plenus is going to be on the rush, but Jizzy's going to be ready for it. And here comes the cap, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like he's going to be pulling it out, but no! Stumpy rushes out, and Jizzy doesn't take the chance. He gets the kill, and they go up 3-2 here on the third map.
I knew it was too good to be true. I knew a Jizzy cap was too good to be true, so he had to clean up. He had to prove me wrong and get that nice, sweet kill onto Stumpy to get it to that 3-2. And Sleepy, there's no predictions for who wins this next round. Is it going to go 3-3, 4-3? Is it going to be a Danglers cap? Who knows?
I don't know. We've not seen Danglers able to successfully convert on Marsoc this map, so I'm gonna lean towards Globochem. Actually, I'm gonna start putting my eggs in that basket, and as much as that might pain me to do so as a former member of Danglers, I don't know. Just they've clawed back on defense, but I've not seen them be able to do the same on offense, and so that's my biggest concern with it all.
Yeah, you are certainly right, but maybe Danglers, maybe the fun engine will be getting rolling like a steam train, unstoppable.
Maybe.
Perhaps going for a... are we going to see something perhaps even equally ridiculous as when... what was it? Stumpy rolling up with a shield on his back with a smoke on his chest to get the cap? I believe I remember seeing that and being utterly flabbergasted.
Ooh, utterly flabbergasted, folks.
Flabbergasted.
He's no longer...
It was touching.
Was the other team receiving that treatment utterly devastated, or?
Probably. If memory serves me right, most likely.
Thunder Pilot very aggressively telling his team not to die to pre-fire. He is not going to tell them again. And well,
no Scoobying today.
He's got a point. But now the pre-fire is going to come out from the opposite side of the map this time instead of the lane 3 side, and Danglers going to be going for something. Not quite sure what that is just yet, but they're on their move.
Seems like a pretty standard defense for this objective, almost like a cross or an arrow pointing towards that right-hand side. But I'm feeling a little sketched out by Thunder's quite aggressive maneuvering, by the sandbags and burning. It feels like he's quite antsy to move, and maybe a Ribo nade is going to come out, perhaps an Executioner one over from Playground, which could be a really big hole in the defense of Globochem, because Thunder being, you know, what is it, the co-captain of Globochem and also one of the core members, that's going to be a big hit.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely one of their top fraggers, and helps in making some of the plays calls on the field. So I can definitely see where losing him at this stage in this game could be a real crusher. But I don't know. We're just gonna have to see right now. I'm concerned because one, Thunder Pilot's looking right at Rivalman's feet. And Rivalman has no idea that the position is there, and so Rival goes down to Thunder Pilot. And now Globochem go ahead and take their man advantage. There's 4.5 minutes left. A lot of time left for Danglers to still utilize.
Yeah, Danglers is not exactly restricted by time here. And only one man down is not that big of an issue. I think they're currently just looking for some kind of hole to move through, some kind of opportunity to seize. But currently it looks like they are just kind of waiting for something, which is very unusual to see out of Danglers. Or Nintendo. No. Oh. He popped up on the sandbag, sleeping. Jizzy was just ready to dome him.
Well, I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, we all know how I want to respond to that, but I'm not going to. Danglers with 3 members still up and 3.5 minutes left to work with. They can definitely still pull something out here, but Otto going to find a pick on the Stumpy now. Plenus going to be pushed up to the black car. He's going to make an aggressive push right into Otto's line of fire, and Executioner will be able to pick off Thunder Pilot, though, from lane 4. Plenus now confirmed by Jizzy, and Jizzy also taking down Executioner, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will end things here for the round and for the series. Globochem managed to squeak it out with a last map win for the series decider.
Well, predictions be damned. Globochem, they did come back to win it. The rusty first map, the comeback on the second, and then finally on this third one, a little bit more of a solid performance. And they took it. They took it against all of the initial odds.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. It was an impressive game there from both sides. The score is actually going to be overall tied, Buxton, 8-8, as Globochem did not manage to pick up any points on that first map. Danglers with 4 and then 2 on the following sequential maps. That puts them at an 8. Globochem at an 8, so it's actually a tie score, but again, Globochem is able to take the series and the match ultimately, so they will be the winners of tonight's game. So congratulations to them, and well played to Danglers. They really showed us that they are not, slacking off in these recent weeks. So kudos to them, but better luck next time, unfortunately. Maybe we'll see some serious upsets happening as the championships roll down, Buxton.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm excited, of course, to get back into the game. More casts coming out. See maybe a little bit of the round robin or semi-finals, etc. And just see what kind of tactics these teams can pull out. What kind of nice plays I could see after such a long hiatus.
Yeah, it was very impressive. But anyways, we want to thank everyone here tonight for coming out and checking out the debut of the new assets. We did hit a little bumps along the road, and I had some issues on my end, unfortunately. But overall, I think we want to thank you guys for coming out. We're very excited to be able to continue to improve this. We do have some notes that we've made from not only today, but a little bit of testing yesterday to push a patch out to this. But we thank everyone for coming out and joining us here on the cast. Buxton, is there anything else you'd like to say before we head out?
I'd just like to say, everyone, thank you for supporting the VR Master League of all of this time, and it's good to be back.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to have you back, Buxton, and that'll be it for this evening's cast here on the OML 1, but I believe there are a couple more matches to still be played this evening, so be sure and check the website for that, but we'll see you next week, everybody. Have a great evening.